Alright, another rambly video for the DIY audio people. Okay, so I'm going to try and talk fast so that I'm not wasting your time. First of all, I took some notes about stuff. Thanks, Whitwald, for VictuixCAD, and anybody who's helping me out. Free help from strangers on the internet is very appreciated, and so, yeah, I don't want to take that for granted. Okay, so, yeah, VictuixCAD, it's like so much better than WinISD, and like even like compared to HornResp, like it's, well, HornResp is cool because the guys at least still, like WinISD is like abandoned kind of, but yeah, anyways. Okay, so yeah, I had ideas, kind of VictuixCAD has opened my eyes to like everything I was missing, I guess. So the enclosures that I built are 283 liters and 35, they're tuned to 35 hertz. So I need to get rid of some of these overlays. Okay, I'm still learning to use this program. It's crazy. I like it a lot. So I have discovered that if you don't bridge the amp that I have, it gives about 35 volts. Based on the amount of electricity that it pulls at idle and then what it pulls whenever you run it at full tilt into like an 8 ohm-ish load. So we'll say 35 volts here. And so what I had before, or yeah, what I have now is this GRS 18PT8, and that gives me a certain amount of output. Also, I'm excursioning it over whatever. Doing that a little bit too much, but I can high pass and get rid of most of that. But then, like, once I started fooling around with this, like, what was it that I did first? This PA driver that's like, you know, this thing's like, what was it, 80 bucks, and this is like 100 and some, I forget how much. But like, as soon as you, like, I noticed that I had way too much, like 50 hertz whenever I had, and then I was EQing in like a lot of like the maybe mid 30s, low 30s, mid 30s. So, and once I see this graph, it's like, oh, you know, I can switch drivers, and I had like no kick drum, as I was saying earlier, and I was like, oh, I could switch drivers, and then boom, it like flattens out my response, it digs deeper, like this is everything I ever wanted, and it's like no wonder I bought the cheapest driver on Parts Express. But then once I started playing around with more of this stuff, I noticed that like I think it was the Celestian, where was it? I thought it was the Sigma and the Omega Pro that I really liked. I guess maybe this, am I losing my mind? The Dayton PA driver is pretty good too. I don't know, but yeah, I'm just noticing that like a lot of this stuff's like way flatter and goes deeper. But then like I noticed like if you put in a 4 ohm driver, you get even more decibels, and that's an option. It would pull, you know, more like 400 watts out of my amp. And then as I was that was kind of the solution I had settled on. I also thought about, what if I, you know, all the cool kids use like 2x18s. So like, what if I tried to build 2x18s? So my idea was like use one of these and then bring the enclosure size down a little bit, and then maybe tune it a little bit lower. So I'd have to like, well, no, I need more enclosure. So I'd have to like build a bigger box. But see, now it's like approaching the size of the other box. But then, you know, you get 6 more decibels. So I don't know, we'll simulate that by putting 800 in here. There's probably a better way to do that, but whatever. And then like, you know, but that's like really expensive compared to just, what was it, 35 volts. That's really expensive compared to just like using one of these boys in my existing 328 35, or wait, 283 283. Is that what I said earlier? 283 is the real one. 283 and 35. But yeah, this seems like the cheapest way because I can just throw one of these bad boys in what I already have. But then I was thinking about it and I realized, well, wait a second, my amplifier can bridge, and that'll take me down to 4 ohms and put like double the power into 2 8-ohm. Like if I bridge 2 8-ohm woofers down to 4 ohms, and then I bridge my amplifier, like I'll get double the power with normal, quote unquote, 8-ohm woofers. So then that opens up my options a lot because then I have like 8-ohm, like all these 8-ohm woofers to choose from. Like maybe back to, I really liked this Sigma and Omega. And let's see, I need more X-Max. Whatever, I can look through these drivers. I copied a bunch of drivers from various websites, Amazon and Parts Express. And I'm going to need to find something with more X-Max if I'm going to give it more power. But anyways, so this is like really opened my eyes. So now I'm trying to come up with a solution where I can bridge together 2 8-ohm drivers and go down to 4 ohms bridged with my amplifier. But so I was like, can my amplifier really put out, like, can it really put out double the power when it's bridged? So I decided to go test that in my garage, and I forgot a critical detail, and that is that the GRS can only take 350 watts. So I bridged one of them up and cranked it up as loud as it can go, and then it started making a popping sound. So, but it's weird. It's like even when I turn it down, it's like like even at low volume. So I'm pretty sure I destroyed my speaker, which, like, mistakes is how you learn, I guess. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I could spend how many dollars on maybe some course on speaker building, or I could go to the School of Hard Knocks, which is, I guess, what I'm doing now. But does that mean my speaker's broken? Like, it's just weird that it's making that. Like, you would expect a noise like, like a continuous noise, not like a oot, oot, oot. So that's where I'm at right now. Just thank you for all your help. I'm looking at bridging speakers, bridging my amp and putting 2 speakers in parallel. And I'm pretty sure that I just destroyed a speaker. My question to you is that how it sounds when you destroy a speaker? Because that's not the sound I expected. So anyways, thank you for all your help, everybody. Goodbye.